Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg and also the Premier League darts predictions from number 1 to number 8. So, before you get into your channel, please hit the subscribe button. Arsenal against Chelsea, currently 3-2 on aggregate. So the second leg of this EFL Cup semi-final is delicately poised, with Arsenal having a slender 3-2 on aggregate lead as they now welcome Chelsea to the Emirates Stadium. As we all know that, but Mikel Arteta and his Arsenal squad has faced question marks over just how confident and exposed they are with regards with the running. But the Gunners showed real quality at the weekend to hammer Leeds United by 4-0 at Allen Road on the Saturday. But that's extended their lead at the top of the Premier League table, 6 points, while also finished at the top of the league phase of the Champions League with 8 wins from 8 ahead of the completing their final 4 tie in this competition. While for Chelsea, following the appointment of Liam Rosinia, Chelsea have been entertaining to watch thus far, and that's continued at the weekend as the Blues came from 2-0 down to defeat West Ham United by 3-2 at Stamford Bridge on the other day. That has continued Chelsea's push for a top 4 or 5 finish and potential Champions League qualification, with the West Londoners having now managed 6 victories in 7 matches across all competitions. So the first leg of this tie was entertaining one at Stamford Bridge as Arsenal defeated Chelsea by 3-2. And Mikel Arteta's men have shown nerves and they want to simply control this clash, but that may help Chelsea play with a bit more abandon, but having already shown real resilience in the Premier League, but as well as coming from behind in the Champions League under Rosinia. But both teams scoring seems like a very good bet for this one at the Emirates. So I'm going for Arsenal to win 2-1. But it wouldn't surprise. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if it was 0-0, then Arsenal will go through to the final. So next up tomorrow, Man City against Newcastle. Manchester City taking on Newcastle United at the Etihad Stadium under a bit of pressure as they bid to reach Wembley Stadium in the final for the EFL Cup this season. Reports suggesting that Pep Guardiola will soon be departing Manchester City at the end of this year rather than next year. So the citizens haven't been extremely average for form of late, but City gave up a 2-goal lead to share at 2-2 with 2-2 draw with Tottenham Hotspur at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the other day, meaning that they have now managed just 1 win in their last 6 matches in the Premier League. And Newcastle United coming into this one off the back of taking the lead against Liverpool via Anthony Gordon, but the Magpies then scrambled to a 4-1 defeat to the Reds as they drift back into the middle of the table. The pressure is beginning to grow on Eddie Howe. They have managed just 1 inside 90 minutes in their last 7 matches across all competitions, but including a defeat in the first leg of this semi-final. The first leg of this EFL Cup semi-final saw Manchester City defeated Newcastle United by 2-1. 2-0, sorry, courtesy of goals from Antonio Semenyo and Ryan Cherky. The Hoes had some form last month, but they have collapsed in the last few weeks. So they have now faced a Newcastle side. They are in woeful form at the moment, but after their overall improvement last month, Newcastle have a lot going on in terms of the FA Cup and the Champions League football. So a low-key second leg win for the most seems likely. I'm going for Man City to win 2-1 and 4-1 on aggregate. I'm going for Arsenal to win 2-1 but 5-3 on aggregate. So that means Man City and Arsenal Carabao Cup final. It's my prediction. Right, let's move on to the Premier League, of course. Premier League of Darts. You know, starting on Thursday in Newcastle. So it's so exciting for the new venues. So I've got new venue, especially Belgium for the first time in Amsworth, to see what he's like. So eight players involved. So Luke Littler, Luke Humphries, Gian van Veen, Michael van Gerwen, Stephen Bunting, Jonny Clayton, Gerwyn Price, and Josh Rock. So the Premier League of Darts gets back underway this week with the first stop in Newcastle. Best darts players in the world are getting ready for 17 weeks of action. They will include the only one taking the crown. Luke Littler is determined to regain his Premier League of Darts title rival. Luke Humphries' as weekly Thursday night competition returns from 2026 from February the 5th to the 28th of May. 8 of the best darts players will compete weekly for the converted title of the Premier League champion, earning a record prize pot from 1.25 million on offer this year. So 8 players have been chosen and will play over 16 weeks to gain points and put them in the best position on the leaderboard. After week 16, the top four to go on to the final at the O2 in London to play for the crown. Below we look at the title favourites, but some of the key matches, who are the experts back to win of 2026 Premier League of Darts. So 8 players involved this year are Luke Littler, Luke Humphries, Gian van Veen, Michael van Gerwen, Jonny Clayton, Stephen Bunting, Josh Rock and Gerwyn Price. So the title favourite is Luke Littler. He is the reigning PDC World Champion. He's world number 1. He has won the first PDC ranking event of the year in the World Masters, beating Luke Humphries in the final. Littler is in the peak of his powers and 19 years old, has the darting well at his feet, which is why he is the favourite to win the Premier League title this year, and that's why he's the man to beat. Littler won this event back in 2024, 2 years ago, in his first year on the tour. So last year he lost in the final to world number 2 and second favourite to win in 2026, Luke Humphries. Coolhan had a good 2025 and reached the final of the World Masters this year, and a tournament which he hit a 9-darter, despite being second favourite, but he is way behind Littler in the betting odds, with Littler 4-6 compared to Humphries 5-1. And at 6-1 is Gian van Veen. Humphries may have beaten the world number 3 at the World Masters, but that was the first time in 6 matches that Humphries has won. Van Veen had a massive 2025 that saw him win his first tour event and then make the World Championship final. This will be his first season in the Premier League as a debutant. He will make a splash for it for certain. So these players are at 14-1 to win. Gerwyn Price, Josh Rock and Michael van Gerwen. Both Jonny Clayton and Stephen Bunting are 40-1. So I got a sneaky V. So my top, what is my top 4? My top 4 is Luke Littler, Luke Humphries, Gian van Veen, and possibly Gerwyn Price, of course. I was going to say Josh Rock, so I think I'm going to predict Josh Rock in 5th and Michael van Gerwen in 6th. Stephen Bunting in 7th and Jonny Clayton in 8th. I think Bunting and Clayton will may struggle, but hopefully they will prove them wrong. Proving them wrong, I'm honest. So that's my predictions then for the Carabao Cup Semi-Finals, second leg, and the Premier League Darts predictions. Leave on your comments below. Like, comment, and support the channel. Leave your comments below and keep subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Good night.